Hello and welcome to this Home Access Plus version 8 demonstration. This demonstration is for the purposes of showing you exactly what's new in Home Access Plus version 8, as well as giving you a general guide to Home Access Plus. Home Access Plus was designed by me, Nick Brown, for Crickhowell High School as a replacement for the RM EasyLink package. I have subsequently distributed this via the open source platform CodePlex. Home Access Plus allows a bit more than just accessing your files from home. It also allows a booking system and help desk features, as well as a logon tracking features and website login features. The new look homepage in Home Access Plus now utilizes 100% of the width of the browser, making it ideal for tablet and mobile devices. The new look logon page is crisp and clean, having just two boxes that need to be filled in, as well as the logon button. To log on, simply enter your details and hit the logon button. Once you have logged on, you'll be greeted with the new look homepage. You'll still have the blue bar at the side, which is the Home Access Plus color, which you can customize using CSS. You'll have a box in the top left which tells you who you're logged on as well as providing a link to log out. On the home page, you can add an announcement by clicking on the Edit Announcement button in the top right and entering an announcement, and clicking the Show Announcement and save. If a new version of Home Access Plus is available, a box will appear at the top indicating that a new version is available and telling you that you need to upgrade. On the new look homepage, you will see the new live tile interface. This live tile interface provides live up-to-date information about what's going on in your computer, in your system, giving you information about who you are, including your email address, and if you are a student, a picture of you. The My Files tab provides a link to the Home My Files version 8 page. It also provides an indication of your current drive statuses. The Access My Emails icon is a customizable icon, and if you have Microsoft Exchange, can be turned into a live tile, which indicates a number of unread emails live. The calendar, if you have Exchange, also produces a list of your calendar appointments for today as well as the next day. The help desk provides a list of help desk items that are currently outstanding on your help desk. The booking system provides a list of bookings that you have made on the booking system. Since this is the end of the academic year for us, this is now blank. You can scroll between the various sections of the home page by clicking on the tabs at the top, or by using the mouse wheel. Currently, using your finger to scroll between this on a tablet or mobile device is not supported, though we are looking into it for the release. So, clicking on the Me will take you to the Me tab, which allows you to change your password as well as view your name as well as your email address. Clicking on the My Files section will take you to My Files version 8. This is a HTML5 and JavaScript based system that allows you to manipulate and manage your files at school from home. Selecting one of the drives or using the tree on the side to navigate to a specific folder is the quickest way to navigate. Once you're inside your drive and you have permission, the new feature, the toolbar will appear indicating what features are available to perform. You can also right click on an item to get additional information. In this case, I can right click on a file and go send to SkyDrive, or send to Google Docs. I can also zip an item or items up, view an item's property on Excel, X and Docs, as well as pictures. I can preview those in the web browser. I can also rename, delete, download, or open the file. Opening a folder will produce another list. You can also double click on the folder, and you can use the back button in your browser to go back. Scrolling is done using the browser's scroll. Uploading or transferring a file back to school after you've edited it is done via the upload button, or by dragging and dropping a file into a folder or into the document area. This will upload the file in line. When you drag and drop a file in this manner, the system performs various checks to make sure that you have permission to upload that file, including a file size determination and file extension determination. Home Access Plus impersonates your user on the system, meaning that you cannot upload a file that your administrator has deemed to be invalid. It also means that the NTFS permissions are inherited and enforced. You can also, at any time, drag a file into a folder or into the tree to move it to another folder. You can change the view into icons, medium icons, large icons, or details mode. A search box is available to search the current grid for a specific file containing that file name. You can also search for an extension. The new folder feature asks for a new folder and then creates that new folder. The new Look help system in Home Access Plus provides quick and easy access for your users for the basic features and help systems. This is currently being rolled out to all the features in Home Access Plus. If any of your users have got an issue, they can click the Got Issue feature, which indicates where to go to log the issue. The new Look menu sidebar is accessed by clicking on the Open Menu button at the top left of the screen. This produces the New Look Home Access Plus menu, which produces little 32 pixel icons of the features that you've set up. The next feature I'm going to show you is the help desk. This is currently only available, this can be available to anybody that you choose to indicate. By default, this is set up to be system administrators and staff. Students cannot get into the help desk. System administrators have access to all the current open help desk tickets. From here you can open an individual ticket and update it, changing that priority to whichever you deem is necessary. Add in a make aware option so you can ask somebody else to have a look at this ticket who doesn't already have access to it. You can mark it as fixed, you can mark it as an FAQ, and the note that you want to add. If you don't produce a note, the system will add no information added. Clicking on Close Tickets gives you a list of tickets that have been closed for you or by you. The New Ticket tab allows you to add or create a new ticket. If you are an administrator, you can file this ticket on behalf of somebody else and make somebody aware of it. The FAQs tab gives you a list of FAQs that the administrator or you have deemed as an FAQ. In this case, the project filter warning. To get out to the help desk and get back to Home Access Plus, simply open the menu, click on either the Home Access Plus homepage, or select a new item from the menus below. Next, I'm going to show you the booking system. The booking system is mostly the same as the version 7 booking system, including the overview calendar, as well as the search option for bookings. Help makes a return on the booking system. Currently this is being rolled out. The help system, as well as certain strings on the system, are localized and can be localized to your current region. This setting can be set in the app config file, and the localized resources and strings are located in the app local data folder. Clicking on the date produces the calendar where you can change the date to the specific date to allow bookings. Due to this being the end of the academic year for us, there are currently no bookings for me to make. When you select a day, you will get the list of resources down the left, and then the lessons that resource is available or booked for, as well as the name of the booking and the booking holder. If you're an administrator, you can override any of these bookings or remove them completely. Certain bookings are timetable bookings, and these are done via the control panel. The Home Access Plus booking system currently supports 3 terms natively. You can increase this to more terms or less terms using the terms.xml file found in the app data folder. The static bookings is your timetabled lessons for the year. This is the lessons that have been timetabled into that specific resource. You can add one or import it from Sims. The advanced booking rights increase a specific user's booking rights and allocations. By default, they can book 2 weeks in advance and have 3 bookings per week. In this case, the username John W has been set to have 3 weeks of advanced bookings and can book 4 bookings per week. The username RM Staff can book 3 weeks in advance but cannot book at all. The email templates are the templates that are emailed out to the staff or admins when a resource is booked. You can customize this at any time using this tab. To get back to the menu, you open the menu and choose the section. The next feature I'm going to show you is the Logon Tracker. The Logon Tracker allows you to track logons on your network. By installing a program that runs at startup, shutdown, log off and log on, the system knows exactly who is logged on at any specific time, where, and for how long. This is only on your internal Active Directory network, however. You also have the ability to log the users off remotely by the live logons. The historic logons provide you a historic view of the logons that are available, including a interactive graph which you can zoom in on. Hovering over a set point produces the amount of logons that you've had at that given time. So, for instance, select in December 2011. We'll load the specific logons for December 2011. From here you can show the data to produce a full list of logons that have happened during this period. And you can also see who was using a specific resource at a specific day at a specific time. You could also filter by computer. Please note that this does take some time to load depending on the amount of logons that you have on your network. A graph is shown for this. A graph is shown depending on where you go. The web tracker is a new feature and is only available when you enable the SQL database as your database provider. Using the XML database, which is the default, will not allow you access to the web tracker or the XML to SQL converter. The web tracker allows you to keep track of who's logged on to Home Access Plus, as well as other information including who's been on the My Files, where they've gone, what they've done. For instance, you get the graph when you load up the default page showing the amount of log-on events that have happened at a specific time. You can zoom in on a specific period again. Selecting July 2012 in this case will produce a graph of July 2012. You can show the data for this period by clicking on the Show Data button. This produces a list of data of actions that have happened during this period. For instance, a myfiles.list request is requesting a list of a specific area. A log-on request is when a user logs on. It is also indicated. It also has the data of the user agent. You will be able to see from here if a user has done a myfiles delete or a myfiles upload. myfiles download is not indicated on that list. The next section is the myfiles the Home Access Plus configuration system. Home Access Plus is configured in two ways: via the web.config file for policy restrictions, for access restrictions, and the setup page for everything else. If you're having issues with the setup page, you can also edit the app config file from the app data folder directly. Please note that the Active Directory password you entered needs to be saved via the setup page, so it encrypts it. You cannot edit and enter a password in the app config file directly. If you have an issue with the Active Directory browser, which you get when you enter the username and password, do not fear. Just ignore the Active Directory browser and enter the names manually. The Active Directory organizational units are only used on the help desk and booking system to provide a list of users that the system can use. The Proxy SMTP server tab allows you to set your HTTPS proxy. This is used for the Windows Live SkyDrive, as well as Google Docs services, as well as the Home Access Plus version checker to check to see if you're running the latest version. The SMTP server allows you to set the SMTP server for the booking system and help desk to allow notifications to be sent. Under the General tab, you'll get an indication of what version of iOS you are using, as well as the various checks that the system has performed. The general information, which is your school name and school URL. This information, the school name, is currently only used for producing the title in the browser. The Homepage tab allows you to customize what the users see on the homepage, including who sees the announcement box and which link groups you have. In this case, I have a resources link group, which the Everybody Bar Students sees, which has these links in, and the Resources tab, which the students see. The Remote Apps tab has a list of links to the remote apps that our school allows. And the Management tab, the Management group, has the management features that the domain admins have access to, including the Uptime live tiles. The Me tab should not be removed under any circumstances, and should only be edited to restrict it. If you wish not to have the Me tab, edit it. Set show to none. Then on the Me icons, set there show to none, or remove that link completely. The Booking System tab allows you to set what the default maximum bookings per week is, how many days ahead, in this case 14, which is equivalent to 2 weeks, whether or not you run a 2-week timetable, whether or not to keep the XML data store clean. Basically this means it will remove the old entries, and who the administrators of the booking system are in group format. Domain admins are already allocated. You click on this, either click on all or custom, and then browse or add manually the groups that you know to use. You then add the lessons that you want to be available, including their times, the resources you want to allow users to book, and you get this. You get a grid of what to enter, what room types to enter. For some reason this is only showing one, but there are actually 4 different types. Whether to enable it, whether the room or resource requires charging, this is mainly for laptops or equipment, who the additional admins are, whether or not to email admins, who to show this resource to, who to hide it from, what the quantities are for the laptops. In this case, if you have 2 trolleys that are allocated as one resource, you can put in there how many items are on one trolley and how many items would be on both trolleys. You can also set it to customize the years that this is allowed to be booked for. By default, this is inherited and is years 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and A level. You can customize this by changing it on a resource basis. You then have the list of predefined subjects. The user can choose a custom subject at the end of the list. The My Files tab allows you to set the My Files settings, including which file extensions are hidden by default, in this case links and ini files, your Windows Live client ID, which allows access to their SkyDrives, as well as the ability to turn off read-write checks. The read-write checks are performed when on each and every folder in the user's when the user is browsing to see if the user has read-write access to that folder. This is due to a limitation and issue with NTFS permissions. You then have the drive mappings that are available. By default, you have your drive, the name, the UNC path. You can use home.dir for the user's home directory. Whether or not to allow moving on this folder, who has read access to this folder and who has write access. NTFS permissions override the write setting if need be, but do not override the read setting unless they do not have access to that folder. And then the usage mode, whether or not to use the drive space indication or quota systems. You can add multiple drive mappings, making sure that the drive letter is unique, i.e. you can have up to 24 drive mappings. The Filters tab allows you to set which files are allowed to be uploaded. In this case, I've allowed Access databases, Excel documents, HTML files, images, Word documents and zip files to be uploaded for everybody. And then domain admins have the ability to upload everything. The quota servers are quota systems that are installed on your servers, which interface with the Microsoft quota control systems and allow HAP to determine how much drive space the user has left. In this case, you define a pattern that the system looks for. In this case, quickserve1 /username $, and that maps to the quickserve1. You can customize it and add as many quota mappings as you want. The Logon Tracker tab allows you to set the database provider that the Logon Tracker uses. By default, this will be XML. We highly recommend that you switch to using SQL Server though, as this provides increased speed as well as the ability to log your web tracking events. The override code, which is used on the Logon Tracker UI on the computers, allows you to override the restrictions on the Logon Tracker on a per user when the user logs on. So if you've got a guest user and the guest uses a student logon, you'll only get one logon. The Mac student logons is defined in this box, and the Mac staff logons here. Click and save, or save the settings and enable Home Access Plus. Go back to Home Access Plus and you get the live tiles and all the other features that you need. This has been the demonstration of Home Access Plus version 8. We hope that you've enjoyed it. There are other features that haven't been shown here that are still in development.